Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
Welcome, everyone, to the Disney Parks Podcast. My name is Parkhopper John, and I am joined, as always, by the lovable, the huggable, the most awesomeness, Mr. Tony Casanova from Disney by the Numbers. How you doing today, pal?
I'm like what? Like squeeze ketchup or something?
You are a little bit like squeeze ketchup. I got a buddy of mine that I did another podcast with, and he said I was Cajun flavored.
Cajun flavored. Interesting.
Yeah.
All
So.
right.
So Tony comes to you from Disney by the Numbers. I come to you from WDWParkhoppers.com. Thank you guys for being here. We are the Disney Parks Podcast. You can find us over at DisneyParksPodcast.com. You can also find us on Facebook at Disney Parks Podcast and on the Twitter at Disney Podcaster. Go with me.
That's correct.
That is correct. If you want to shoot us an email, you have a comment, or you just want to tell us something that you'd like to share, you can always email us at DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com.
That is also correct. Hey, we have a pretty good show. There's some interesting news this week, I think. We're going to have a nice discussion about, this is the season of Disney raising the price on everything.
Yes.
And they pulled a new trick out of their hat with their Merry Christmas and Halloween party shows.
Yeah.
They came out with some very interesting pricing schema to scare some money out of your wallet or pull some enjoyment out of the holidays for you.
That's right. To suck a little enjoyment out of your holidays.
Whichever way you want to look at it.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves, my friend. Why don't you tell them about?
We're going down a rat hole we don't want to be in yet.
That's right. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody about our wonderful sponsors?
All right, people. This show is sponsored by the best VIP service in Central Florida. They are themeparkconcierges.com. And you can find them, obviously, at themeparkconcierges.com. And they will provide for you a VIP experience like none other. They will take you around Disney World, SeaWorld, Universal, Busch Gardens, Legoland, all of those places in Central Florida. They will do a half day with you, which is about 4 hours, or they can do a full day service. And we talk about full service and full day. We're talking about park open to park close. That's not just 8 hours. It could be 12 hours. It could be even 13 hours if the park is open that long. If you got extra magic hours till 2 a.m. in the morning, they will help do that. They will get you on the fast passes, the dining. They will find out what your family likes and what your family doesn't like and make sure that you have the best experience in the parks as you possibly can. I would say the best thing to do is give them a call at 407-257-9973, or you can email them at Ramon@themeparkconcierges.com. You can visit them at their website, which we said is themeparkconcierges.com, or on Facebook.com/Ramon VIP Concierge. Tell them the Disney Parks Podcast sent you, and they will take 10% off your bill. And let me tell you, folks, that is a steal. Check them out. Give them a call. Hit them up. I think you will really, really enjoy them, and they will take care of you and your family. All right, next up, let's talk about our kite flying fiesta happening now this weekend. This is the last time you're going to hear me say kite for at least a month or so. No, maybe not. You'll probably hear me talk about the meetup next week, and then you won't hear me talk about kites for a little while. But we are meeting this Saturday, which is May the 14th. This is our Let's Go Fly a Kite Festival, and it is going to be spectacular. Everybody that shows up will get at least one kite, if not more. We have Disney kites, Marvel kites, and Star Wars kites. They were sent by our great friends at X Kites. We are going to meet at 1050 Celebration Avenue in Celebration, Florida. It is very close to the Animal Kingdom park area, Animal Kingdom Disney Hollywood Studios. It's only a couple miles from there. So if you're staying at any of the resorts over there, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. You can take Uber if you don't have a car. But I would tell you to come out. We are going to have a lot of fun. One thing is, it's not really a park. It's a big open field next to a church. If you have a lawn chair, you can bring it with you. But your vehicle won't be that far, so if you want to go sit in your car and cool off, we do understand that. We are going to have fun. We are going to fly kites. We'll have some music, and we'll have plenty of kites for everybody. So you can fly one and then take one home as a little souvenir. You can hang on your wall. We've shown pictures, and we've shown them on the kites are beautiful. I do have a bedroom with a couple of the kites hanging on the wall because they are pieces of little art. And a good friend, Anna, helps make these kites, and we appreciate that. So Rich and Anna, thank you for sending all these kites, and we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. I can't wait. I hope the church isn't having like a fall festival
or
at the same time, or a wedding, because that could be awkward. But we're going to fly our kites, by God. Hey, I don't have a problem giving a bride a kite.
Yeah.
No problem at all. And one of the last little piece of news before we get into, or a little piece of housekeeping before we get into the news, is to make sure that you know that not only are we available on iTunes and Stitcher, which we would love for you to give us reviews over there, but we are also now available on the Google Play app. We're available for download. You can listen to us on Google, iTunes, Stitcher, and anywhere else that you find your podcast feeds. We're there, and we want to make sure that you guys know about that. Just trying to get the word out, let you guys know that not only can you listen to us on iTunes, Stitcher, but now Google Play, you can also watch our shows. We're starting to do a little bit more with the channel, putting some videos up as well. I want to encourage you guys to do that. You can always come watch us live. We're adjusting it. We're not doing Blab anymore. We're recording them live on Mondays, and you can usually watch those live, if not both on the Disney Parks Podcast website. We could also watch them live on the Parkhoppers or Disney Parks Podcast Facebook pages. So come check that out, and we'd love to see you there. So I think
can they chat with us directly?
Not yet. I've not figured that little nugget out. If anybody out there happens to know how you can do a live chat while we're recording via Google Hangouts on air, that would be awesome sauce. I don't profess to know everything about technology. I'm sure that we could probably chat through the Facebook pages. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And that might be what we do. But we're changing up some things here a little bit, adjusting how we do things. So I think that's it for as far as housekeeping. Buddy, are you ready to get into the news?
I'm behind in my Vaynerchuk.
Hey, so now you can visit Olaf in summer at the new Celebrity Spotlight, Disney's Hollywood Studios. Guests can now join some of their favorite Disney characters as they live out their Hollywood dreams in 2 brand new character greeting experiences at the studios. In Celebrity Spotlight, located in the park's Echo Lake District, guests are invited to meet Olaf from Disney's blockbuster film Frozen. Olaf is living his dream in summer, chilling on the beach and ready to give out warm hugs to all of his new friends. And on Commissary Lane, guests will find Mickey and Minnie starring in Red Carpet Dreams. Here, guests will discover Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse living their dream as A-list Hollywood stars. Now, guests first walk the red carpet and then step right into a scene with Minnie where she appears as a Tinseltown starlet in a ritzy setting straight out of a lush and colorful musical extravaganza. Next, guests can join Mickey in a scene from Fantasia where he's portraying the iconic role of the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Olaf is in the celebrity spot now, while Mickey and Minnie starring in Red Carpet Dreams will make its debut Sunday, May 8th. Actually, it's already debuted. Check it out. That's fine. I haven't been to the studios in a couple of weeks, so.
Yeah, I haven't been there either. And, I don't know why they didn't put Mickey and Minnie together as Hollywood peoples. Why is they're not in the same room? Minnie is in this pink, tinselly, sparkly dress, and then Mickey is in his sorcerer outfit where he used to be. just in a different place. But I don't know why they just didn't, like put them in maybe their tuxes, their Hollywood tuxes or whatever. I don't. It's very hard to get a picture of the two of them.
But look on the bright side. Now guests can spend time waiting for Mickey and Minnie, or waiting for Mickey, and then they can wait for Minnie, or however they do that. And they can wait for Olaf. And that just keeps them from discovering all the different places that are closed within the parks.
Maybe not. Maybe they found all those places were closed and then wound up here. And this is not a plastic Olaf. This is actually, Olaf. Costume Olaf.
Oh, nice.
Olaf. It's not it's not the plastic. Olaf can actually give you a hug.
It's a furry Olaf. Is that what you're saying?
It's a furry Olaf. He's just not.
He's a furry snowman.
Yeah. He's just.
Nice.
I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, he can give you an actual hug.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, Shanghai is closing in on its opening. And before we get started with this news story, I did want to say I saw this article, which made me a little there's a very short article about they had opened up the train station that's going to go, right to Shanghai. And that it really their train station will be like their downtown Disney. And then right near there will be the park opening area. I guess like Promenade. So they opened up that downtown Disney area and the train station. And what do you think happened, John? I'm going to tell you what happened. People vandalized it.
No.
Yes. There's pictures of they wrote on they like scratched stuff. I don't know, it's Chinese, in the light post. They trampled all the flowers. They left all their trash. There was piles and piles of people's trash where they must have eaten and they just left it there and stuff. So listen, people, the park hasn't even opened yet. And you're going to, ruin it? I mean, come on.
Hey, just because we treat Disney with a little bit of reverence doesn't mean that the Chinese people will have to.
I'm just saying. You get along. If you want this to be, your park, then, treat it with a little respect is all I'm saying.
Good luck.
The other interesting article I read about Shanghai is, will Shanghai cannibalize Hong Kong? I mean, they are both in China. Well, this thing being that it's so big with so many better things than the other park, will people stop going to Hong Kong because there'll just be no reason? If I can ride a Tron cycle and then be in a Cinderella castle that's, 6 stories tall or whatever, and there's going to be a pirate place and, a Toy Story hotel, why would I go to Hong Kong? So the question now is, are we going to see this drastic attendance drop in Hong Kong for people going to Shanghai?
Well, the worst thing that could happen is one of those parks becomes like the local park that everyone just loves and holds preciously dear to their heart. Mm-hmm. And the other park would become like a world destination. Mm-hmm. And then for the most part, it gets treated like crap other than, it gets all the nice new stuff once. And then from then on in, it gets all the hand-me-downs.
That's going to be Hong Kong.
I could never see that happening ever.
Now, I didn't do any research, so I don't know if it's 2 different companies that own, or is it one company that owns both parks? I'll have to do some more research and find out, if it's the same or different. Now, if it's different companies competing against each other, whew. Good luck, my friends. Good luck.
Yeah, the country
That's going to be an all-out war.
Whoa. The country owns it all. It doesn't really matter.
Well,
it's China.
Yes. Well, the government has a say.
Has a say? Okay. All right. We'll go with that.
Has a very large say.
Has a very large say. It's China.
Oh, God.
I love you, buddy.
All right. So anyway, on to the actual news story. So the countdown to the grand opening Shanghai resort continues as they get ready for their first official guests on June 16th. Don't even bother going that day. From what I know already, it's completely sold out. The tickets are gone. They're not going to allow, I don't think, anybody in that doesn't have a ticket, or there's not going to be tickets to be sold. It's going to be gone. So you may have to wait. The exciting news out of Shanghai today is that the cast members are starting their ramping up for the grand opening as they begin their trial operation period at the resort. So this gets exciting now. So as many of the fans and the readers know, trial operations is the key period where they start to open things up at the park and the resort destinations, the major attractions around the world. At Shanghai Disney Resort, the trial operation period allows cast members to get ready for their first official guests next month, while invited participants experience select attractions, entertainment, and dining on select dates. They'll probably invite friends and family of cast members, friends and family of the business, friends and family of other people, invited people that they want, and then they'll do these select attractions. Get people to ride them, make sure all the safeties are working. Hopefully, make sure that the flow and the queue is all working, and it's a kind of fun thing to experience if you've never done it before.
What's Chinese for whoops?
Yeah, oops. So invited participants for the trial operation will be limited to Shanghai Disney Resort cast members and select resort partners and stakeholders. Disney will keep you updated on the Disney Parks blog with the latest news and photos from Shanghai as they get ready for their opening. What attraction, John, do you think, we were talking about this before the show started. What attraction are you excited to see?
Tron. Oh my gosh, I watched the ride-through video of Tron.
We should post that on the blog if we can get. It's if you've not seen this Tron light cycle coaster, it is pretty damn awesome. And even that video, I don't think does it all the justice because it's kind of a little dark and a little shaky-ish.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to imagine it's a launching coaster, but not to the same degree that the Rock and Roller Coaster is. Yeah. So you go around the turn, you go through a scene, and then you stop, and then you launch, and then you're just literally riding big hills, and you're riding all around the compound.
There's a lot of good banks too,
in and out of indoors, and then out around the area around the attraction. It's pretty phenomenal. I mean, it looks like it's like a 2-minute ride max, but dude, for the experience. And I don't want to, armchair Imagineer this attraction because I haven't been on it yet. But the one thing I was thinking when I saw it is, I wonder why they chose to do it indoors and outdoors. I'm not sure of the weather in Shanghai. I don't know if it's hot, cold, rainy, or whatever. But usually when Disney does one of these things, they tend to put them inside. This way the weather never can affect, we have to stop it because it's wet. We have to stop because it's raining. We have to stop because it's snowing or hail or whatever. If it's inside, you just don't care. Yeah, but it's completely covered at all times. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But I still think they might run into some issues, but we'll see. Yeah, what are you looking forward to, Tron? Yeah, I think Tron, and I would really, I'd love to see the Toy Story Resort Hotel. Yeah. I mean, it's the first of its kind. I am sure Mr. Lasseter had his hands all over that as much as he could. Sure. But I would love, I can't even imagine. I mean, staying in a room that would be like Andy's room, and I'm sure there's got to be an Andy's room. Or maybe they're all Andy's rooms. I don't know yet. There's really no pictures online. I tried going to the website and seeing if they have like room details or room pictures, and there's none really yet. It's still artist drawing. So I'm hoping when June, maybe July, they start swapping out that artist stuff for some real photos. I love artist renderings. Hey, if you are like me and have a lot of magic bands lying around, you might not all be a fan of the colors that you have. Don't worry. You don't have to shell out, $20 to get your own magic band, a different magic band. You can actually contact our friends over at magicyourbands.com. You could click on the link on Disney Parks Podcast website and go over and check out all the incredible designs that they have there. They're always coming out with new designs. They have an amazing haunted mansion design they just released the other day. But the cool thing is you can also custom design your own magic band. The prices are very economical, and they really do treat you well. And the cool thing is if you follow the link and then use Disney Parks Podcast at checkout, you'll save an extra 10%. So we appreciate those guys doing that for us so that we can pass that along to you. So please go visit magicyourbands.com and tell them the Disney Parks Podcast sent you. So let's go from Shanghai over to Hong Kong Disneyland and talk a little bit of Star Wars. Hong Kong Disneyland celebrated Star Wars Day on May 4th by announcing that the Star Wars universe would be coming to its park starting on June 11th. The popular Hyperspace Mountain, which is a reimagining of Space Mountain, will make its way to Hong Kong, among other offerings, starting this June. Guests will also flex their lightsaber skills while facing off against villains such as Darth Vader, the Seventh Sister, and Kylo Ren in the new Jedi training Trials of the Temple. Last but certainly not least, you can also join the Resistance and meet Chewbacca in a hidden base that's being called Star Wars Command Post. If you wish the experience to follow you back to your room, the Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel and Disney's Hollywood Hotel will also be offering Star Wars-themed room decoration packages, which include an exclusive Star Wars door sticker, slippers, bed runner, and a themed chocolate and cookie set. While some of the offerings might not stay, many of these additions will become permanent fixtures in the park. Rumor has it that Hyperspace Mountain may remain until a Star Wars attraction is built for the park, since it does not already have one. That's good stuff.
So they're doing the same thing with Marvel as they are with the Star Wars, trying to spread the butter.
Spread the butter.
Spread the butter all over that slice of toast, baby.
Yeah.
Every park's got to have a little slice of Star Wars now.
Yep, Star Wars, a little bit of Marvel. A little bit goes a long way, apparently.
Exactly. Hey, if you like the show and you like what you're hearing and watching and listening to and contributing with, visit us at Patreon. That's patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast. And you can help us by contributing whatever you can. It could be as little as $1, as little as much as $50. So we have different levels of contribution, and we'd love for you to do that. We want to thank all of our current contributors, David, Stacy, Willie, and Eva. Eva, your little gift package is going to go out at the end of the month. I am waiting for something that I ordered for you. So that'll come in around the end of the month, and we'll send that out to you. Okay, moving on. I thought this was. I guess I knew this was coming. You know, we have a new show coming June to Cinderella's Castle in the Magic Kingdom, getting rid of the old. Gosh, I can't even think of the name of that thing off the top.
Dream Along with Mickey.
Yes, Dream Along with Mickey is going bye. Na 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 na.
I think it's already gone bye-bye.
It is gone bye-bye. They're building a new stage. So now we're getting a new show for Christmas.
Well, we already got a new show for Halloween, so it makes sense that they're bringing a new Christmas show in.
So the long-running Celebrate the Season holiday show at the Magic Kingdom is being retired, and a new show is coming. Celebrate the Season has been entertaining guests for as long as I can remember at Walt Disney World, and I'm sure you too, John. The show actually began at Top of the World at the Contemporary before moving to the Magic Kingdom for the Christmas season in the early 1990s. Disney today announced the retirement of the show with a brand new show debuting at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party 2016. The name of this show is Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration. I don't know why they gave it that kind of title, but okay. So feel holiday magic come alive in a new jubilant stage show that fills the air with music, laughter, and shimmering snowflakes. It's just days before Christmas, and all through the house, excitement is stirring thanks to Mickey Mouse. Mickey is thrilled that the holidays are here, and he knows the only way to make his season more special is to share it with his friends. So he's throwing a most merriest celebration and inviting a lot of his Disney pals and you to join the festive fun. Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, and Pluto are dropping by dressed in their Christmas best, along with Peter Pan is flying in from Neverland. Alice and the White Rabbit are hurrying over from Wonderland, and Woody and Jessie from Toy Story are galloping in for this new holiday hoedown. Plus,
no. The holiday ho-down.
Plus, Snow White and Dopey, Pinocchio, Jiminy Cricket, and many, many more surprises will be stopping by. This is the joyous performance. It's the most perfect Yuletide treat to share with your family. You'll hear favorite characters ring and sing in the holidays with their carols old and new. More than a dozen delightful songs in all. You'll witness the splendor of Cinderella Castle, aglow with enchanting and ever-changing holiday illuminations. And you'll feel the warmth and wonder of the season as an unforgettable performance is Christmas wrapped up in one sensational, snowy, show-stopping finale. Hey, I do like the Christmas party slightly more than the Halloween party. So, yeah, it sounds fun. And I like that Woody's in it because Woody never gets to be in any of these shows.
Oh, poor Woody.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Where's Stitch?
Where's Buzz?
Yeah, there's no Buzz.
Yeah, Buzz is green. He should be in there, right? Red and green for Christmas. That's a lot of songs. That's a lot of songs. 12 songs.
Yeah, but you don't know how they're going to layer them.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
And
that's cool, though.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I hope it's. I hope the new stage show is good. We'll have to see. Obviously, it's not been seen yet. I haven't seen anything yet. So this is new, Christmas new, and a returning something for Halloween. So they're on a roll. Disney's on a roll.
Yep, rolling out some new stuff, which is great. I like the Christmas show. I'm over the dancing reindeer. So I'm glad they're doing something different. It feels dated, much like, and I love it, the Dream Along with Mickey felt dated. So I'm glad they're updating it. I'm sure that Frozen will find its little frozenly crooked finger inside of here somewhere.
Well,
so
I heard a rumor that Elsa may not be lighting the castle this year. I don't know. I heard maybe with this new show, somebody else will be doing those honors.
That'd be great. That'd be great. The less Frozen, the better. Let that even out. Unless, of course, they try to do some kind of cockamamie Star Wars thing. That'd be like, I'm a Star Wars fan, but that.
No, they'll do the cockamamie Star Wars thing over in the studios.
Oh yeah, true. That's true. Hey, we had a contest last week.
We did.
And did we have a winner?
We have a winner. Heather Vale was correct with 110,000 bricks are in the American Adventure Pavilion.
Wow. Now, is that inside and outside?
I think bricks are only on the outside, John.
Okay. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been in there. And when I was in there, I wasn't paying attention to the bricks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really pay attention to bricks either.
Now, is that only on the front or on the back? See, that would be interesting. You could be able to count the ones on the front, but what about the ones backstage?
I don't think you can.
That is true.
You could once.
You'd have to do it quick, real quick.
Well, that's a podcast and a story for another day, my friends.
Yeah,
we can. I can tell you my many, many, many adventures of security and what you find backstage.
Well, the other thing is, if you do like one of the specials, like the candlelight processional, you should be able to get back there as well, because that's where they all come in from.
Yeah, you'll get a peeky poo back there.
Yeah, you do get a little peeky poo. Earlier, we were talking about Halloween, so we're going to talk about. Here's where we start getting.
Let's give everybody the trivia question for this week.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's talk about the trivia questions for this week. Let's
go with
Epcot, right? We went to Epcot this week.
Yeah, we went to Epcot. So according to the Bible, what was the original proximate cost for building Epcot?
Whatever it was, they went over.
Oh, I'm sure they did. Yeah. So what was the original proximate cost for the construction of Epcot?
Is it in the millions or the billions?
Or in the trillions?
Ooh, really?
Or the quadrillions?
Or the quadrillions?
I don't know. You'll have to guess.
Well, I got a copy of the book. I'll just go look it up.
Yeah, exactly. We will post the trivia question on the Disney Parks blog, as always, and then we will take all the answers that are correct without going over, and we will do a little randomization and pull a name out. Next,
all right, so
John?
earlier we were talking about the Hallowishes and the Christmas stuff. So there's a new Hallowishes premium package.
Disney's learned a new word this year. Premium. They are using that word. I think somebody's getting paid per time they get to use that word.
Yeah.
If you could fit premium in any more packages, we'll give you a bonus.
It's the same guy that they've challenged to put for the first time in forever in every friggin' Frozen press release. So Disney is now offering a special add-on dessert party at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Now, before I go any further, and I've not read all the copy here, but I just want to get this off my chest. You're at a Halloween party, trick-or-treating, getting bagfuls of candy. Do you really need to add on a dessert party? That's just me, but what do I know? So on select evenings from Friday, September 2nd through Monday, October 31st, you too can enjoy Mickey's Boo to You Halloween Parade from a special reserved Main Street USA location. Now, this is followed by a private dessert party with views of the Happy Hallowishes fireworks bursting above Cinderella Castle and usually all around you. At a table draped in black tablecloth with a flickering jack-o'-lantern, dine on Halloween-themed cupcakes and desserts prepared the same day by the pastry chef with a bountiful buffet of sweet treats like chocolate-dipped strawberries, chocolate mousse, ice cream, cheeses, and fresh seasonal fruits. There is also sparkling cider, signature lemonades, specialty Halloween drinks, hot chocolate, coffee, and tea. The Happy Hallowishes dessert premium package costs $69 for adults and $39 for children ages 3 to 9, plus tax. Now, a separate Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party ticket is required and is not included in the price of this package. The package will be available on several dates, and you can look at the show notes that we're going to have there to find out the specific dates. If you want to reserve your premium package, you can book online or you can call 407-939-3463.
I'm going to just say this. I don't think $69 for cupcakes is a great deal. Listen, I'll tell you this. The Tomorrowland dessert party, which this is,
right,
just being renamed,
right,
is less than $69, and I don't need to spend a Mickey's Halloween party ticket to get also in.
But let me say this. Mm-hmm. If I wanted to do something extra special and I was doing the Halloween party, mm-hmm, having a nice seat to be able to watch the parade and then to watch the fireworks and not have to deal with the unwatched masses getting, this close to me the whole time to watch the fireworks of the parade. I don't know. For me and Sarah, I mean, it's a lot of money twice because we have to pay to get into the event. But
right, I don't know if I'm sold yet.
Me neither. I mean, it's all getting to be too expensive, and that's the thing that really breaks my heart. And the next thing that you're going to talk about is the reason why it's becoming too expensive for me.
Yeah, there's been a couple of different websites that have done this. The Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and the Christmas Party are ticketed events. And what we're going to kind of now discuss and tell you, just so that you can stay a little bit informed, so that you can make your the correct ticket purchase, is what Disney secretly did this year is they tiered the pricing depending on what dates you choose to go to the party. Normally for the Halloween party was, like the 29th, 30th, 31st were always more expensive than all the rest of the year. Right. And that was, just the select dates, and that was it. But this year, they really upped their game.
Disney's turned pro.
Yeah, they really have. Here are some dates. So, and we'll put this in the show notes too, but just so that you can get an idea of some of this. September 2nd, 8, 11, 13, 16, 18, 20, and 25. The tickets will be $72 for adults and $67 for kids in advance. Then if you do it that day, it'll be $79 and $74. So here's a new layer of mess they've added, is you can buy them in advance and we'll give you a discount. Or if you don't buy them in advance, we're going to charge you more because we got to pay somebody to stand behind some glass and give you a ticket. And I'm not from this point on, I'm not going to say kids and adults. I'm just going to mention the adult price, and it's always a $5 difference between the adult and the kid. So you can do that math in your head if you want. Now, September 29th and 30th, it'll be $79 for the adult. And then if you want it that day, you'll pay $88. October 2nd and October 6th, 2 days. You'll get an adult ticket for $86 in advance, $95 at the gate. Then October 4th, 10th, 11th, 13th, 16th, 18th, 20, 23, and then 25 and 27. It'll be $91 for an adult in advance and $95 that day. The one standalone day is September 23rd. It'll be $85 for adults, and then they didn't give a at the gate ticket price for that. So maybe we get one. October 7th, 14th, 21, 28, and 30, it'll be $95 in advance, which I find crazy. And then October 31st will be $105 for an adult in advance. Now, there's some people that get discounts, and those are pass holders. Pass holder days are September 2nd, 8, 11, 13, 16, 18, 23, 25, 29, 30, October 2nd, and October 6th. And those rates are 67 to 80 depending on the night. So I'm assuming like September 2nd to probably the 16th will probably be the lower end of the 67. And then once you get past the middle of September, they crank it up to $80. Disney Vacation Club members also have discount dates on additional different nights. They will be October 4th, 10th, 11th, 13th, 16th, 18th, and 20, and they will be ranging between $62 and $83. So if you're a DVC member, you can get the best ticketed price at $62.
Right, and aren't those dates, those extra dates for DVC, also including the annual pass holder dates?
I think so. Yes, so that's a pretty good thing. If you have a DVC, I would buy your tickets to that. Now you can't get those if you're a DVC member. You can't get those through the regular ticket number. You have to call Member Services to get your DVC ticket. So don't forget to do that. Don't call the regular number and ask for your DVC. Call DVC Member Services to get your ticket. Okay. Now, go ahead, John.
Well, do you have to? Is it the same as getting a park ticket? So, like, if I wanted to go on a night, could you buy a ticket for me? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you have a friend who's a DVC member,
make friends with them.
That's right.
Make friends. All right. Now, they did the same kind of crazy nonsense for the Mickey's Very Christmas Party because, they didn't want to discriminate one party from another. So November 10th and 13th, you can get an adult ticket for $86. And the same kind of rules apply here. It's a $5 difference between the kiddies and the adults. That's for the advanced price is $86. Same day would be $91 for an adult. Then on November 18, 27, and 29, and December 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, 11th, 13th, an adult will be $92 for the advance and $96 for the same day. And if you notice, the price accelerate quite quickly here at the Christmas season. November 7th, my birthday, and the 8th, 11th, and 15th of November, and December 1st, there will be $91 for an adult. December 9th and 15th will be $96 for an adult. December 16, 18, and then 22 will be $99 for an adult. Now, here are your pass holder dates, and they are November 7th, 8th, 11th, and 15th, 12/1, 11, and 13. And those rates are $74 to $84, depending on what ticket. I would say the first 4 are going to be at the lower end of $74. I think the 12/1, 11, and 13 will be at the higher end. And then DVC members will have additional discount nights. And that will be November 10th, 13, 18, 27, 29, and December 6th. And they will also range between 74 and 89. So they didn't give DVC any kind of special rate for the Christmas party. They just said, that's it, kids. It's a whole new bag of tricks for Disney and their pricing schema. I can't imagine just keeping track of all this, in their system. Dates and adults versus kids versus annual pass versus DVC versus it's just crazy. It's ludicrous.
Yeah, but if there's anything that Disney does well, they do data management. So that's not going to be a big deal for them. But it goes back to something that we've talked about several times here, and I said a long time ago. Disney is figuring out every way that they can charge more money and offer. Granted, they're bringing a new Christmas show in. That's great. But, I mean, stop and think about how many years that other Christmas show is running. Think about how many years Dream Along with Mickey's been going. They've not done anything new to that show for years. And, they get an investment, and they get a lot of return on that investment. Now, this opportunity for people is great. They know that they've got an audience that will purchase these tickets.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't have to do anything more than what they did before. And they've also figured out a way, well, why don't we do a dessert party on those nights? They haven't made an announcement yet on the dessert party for the Christmas shows, but they will because it just makes sense.
Sure. Someone had argued with me. We were having I can't say an argument. We were having a conversation of, why go to one party versus the other? Where's the most value? I mean, they basically do the same things. The only components that really change is you get cookies and hot chocolate for the Christmas party, and you get as much candy as you can haul out for the Halloween party. And people,
right.
The person I was having this discussion with is a Halloween party is a better value because they can fill up, a whole bag, literally bags. Bags of candy or a backpack. They said they had the little, the bag that Disney gives them, and they were just dumping that into a backpack and just going around. So people thought, the cast members thought, oh, they're new, let's, give them some candy. Meanwhile, they had a backpack. They were walking out with a backpack full of candy. So,
right.
I've heard people, pass holders, say that they go there and that's enough candy for them to use at their house for trick or treat. So I've heard cast member, people say that, and pass holders say, that's where I get my trick or treat candies. But that's like a $90. Can't you go to Walmart for like $20 and buy the candy? I mean,
but I can't walk on Space Mountain and ride Space Mountain 2 or 3 times and buy candy at Walmart. I
guess not.
You can't watch Hallowishes. You can't watch the Halloween parade. I mean, there's certain things. The experience.
What I would have liked to have seen. They changed the annual pass holders. The gold, silver, platinum, yada yada yada. What I would have liked to have seen in maybe the 2 higher ends is giving me an option of one party I could have gone to, whether it was Halloween or Christmas, on select dates if I had so chosen. So rather than, like, say, November 7th, rather than that just being open to the public, that would have been an annual pass holder night. And if you had elected, you would have gotten your free Christmas party ticket, and you would have been able to go to the Christmas party for that night as a little additional thank you for being a pass holder for the year. I'm just saying, I just throwing out those options for them.
I agree with you. That would be nice as a little thank you. If Disney was Disney 25 years ago, I think that would absolutely happen. Disney now, not ever going to happen. I think the experiences that you get at these parties do make it worth the fee. And for people who might not be annual pass holders, this is still a great deal because you're paying less money than you would pay for a day pass. Mm-hmm. And the only way that this becomes a really crappy deal is if they hardline 7 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
They say you can't come in before 7 p.m., then this does become a crappy deal.
Yeah. Yeah, because now when you come in at 4, at least you're getting those additional 3 hours. It's almost like an 8-hour day.
Right.
Usually both of these end around midnight. I think what I'm going to start doing is alternating. Not alternate, but go every other year to these parties. I may go to this year to the Christmas party because they're going to have the new stage show. I may want to see that.
Yeah.
And then next year I may take a break from them and then just do it that way because it is getting expensive to do both in 1 year. And every year,
Well, stop and think about it. It's expensive for you. It's expensive for me because I'm paying for 2 people. But what about a family of 4, a family of 5?
Yeah, I can't imagine.
That's just, it becomes ridiculous. And then it no longer becomes fun. At some point this becomes no longer enjoyment. Yeah. It's just a cash grab. And then what you're going to wind up having is a park full of people who are just, the Disney loyal, and they geek out over everything, and they're bloggers, and they're people who are, they don't care about anything else. And there's not going to be, it's not going to be a fun element. It's going to be a weird element. Does that make sense? I don't want to piss off my blogger buddies, but the Disney community as a whole, interesting group of people, says the guy with 5 or 6 different types of mouse ears and a giant stitch way above his head. Hey, I got some good news here. Your friends over at Tutto Italia over at Epcot are running lunch specials all summer long. Epcot's Tutto Italia is ready to ring in the summer with a very special summer menu for the first time in forever. From May, couldn't resist. From May 2nd through August 28th, guests at Tutto Italia Ristorante can indulge in a limited time summer lunch menu. Guests will create their own price-fixed menu that features a choice of appetizer, main course, dessert, and soft drink. Specials run daily from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and at the low cost of only $27 per guest. For Disney, for lunch, for an event like this,
a 3-course meal?
Not a horrible deal. Not a horrible deal at all. We'll have the menu up there, but looking at the menu, it's got for appetizer, your options are like a nice antipasto, an ensalada mista, a caprese, a minestrone. So you can get soup, you can get a couple different types of salads. Yeah. Why don't you run down the main course, because I'll screw those words up because you're Italian and I'm. If this was Irish, I'd just be able to pronounce whiskey and beer. I'd have no problem.
The entrees are the scallopini di Rapollo, which is the chicken scallopini with cremini mushroom, the mozzarella sauce.
Fredo, you broke my heart.
Then you got the filetto di sorgolo, which is the Parmesan crusted filet of sole with the spring mix and the citrus vinaigrette.
Pork.
Then you got a Caesar salad. Why? I don't know. And then the last one is the spaghetti with the beef and the meatballs and the pompadoro sauce. Listen, that's good. And dessert is your cannolo, your tiramisu, and your gelato.
Hey, what's the difference between? Hang on, what's the difference between a cannoli and a cannolo? Is a cannolo smaller?
Maybe.
Probably.
At Disney, yes.
Yeah, cut it in half. It's a cannolo.
Yeah. No, Tutto Italia is a good place.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's a good place. I think for $27, that's a pretty good deal. Like John is saying, you get a 3-course meal for $27. That's a steal.
Yeah, we should pick a Saturday or Sunday.
You can get like a hamburger for $15 at any of the quick service places. So, and that's just hamburger and French fries. This comes with a drink. Comes with soft drink and a 3-course meal. It's a steal. Right. Sit down, air conditioning, tablecloths, a waitress. Go for it, people.
Yes, you can walk out smelling like garlic. It's a beautiful thing.
All right, next up, DVC. This is the 25th anniversary year, and they're rolling out things slowly here for this anniversary. I don't know why they just didn't open the floodgates in January, but they seem to be rolling out these little things, as they go along. So up next, you can get complimentary photo kiosks are debuting. So as part of the Disney Vacation Club 25th anniversary celebration, members can now print a free keepsake photo at any of the 9 locations throughout DVC resorts. I'll repeat the word free keepsake photo. So located in 9 of the resort's community halls, the kiosks offer members the opportunity to capture up to 3 images. Think old school photo booth style. You can add some customizations to the image and then print out a copy to take home. Multiple print options are available, including a postcard size graphic and a 3-image photo strip. Dozens of image customizations options are available by selecting any of the different filters and effects. Background image options allow for the addition of the 25th anniversary graphic. You'd want one of those, or a resort specific theming. When all the selections are complete, the kiosk immediately prints keepsake photos to be taken home, and Magic Band integration allows for the images to be saved to the guest's PhotoPass account. And you can do all of this photo fun at the following resorts at Walt Disney World: Bay Lake Tower, Kidani Village, Disney's Boardwalk, Old Key West, Saratoga Springs, Preview Center, Aulani, Disney Vacation Clubs at Hilton Head, and Vero Beach. So there you go, kids.
The Preview Center's at Disneyland, right?
The Preview Center is at Saratoga Springs.
No, there's and they're also available at
the Disneyland Preview Center as well. So there you go. Yeah. So there is one on the West Coast, yeah. So that's great. That's great. I am going to have to stop by one now.
There you go. You paid all that money. You might as well get a free photo.
I paid a lot of money for my free
And the best part is you too can put the DVC 25th anniversary logo and advertise DVC in all your photos.
Listen, they have a shirt out, a DVC 25th anniversary shirt. It is the ugliest thing I've seen them produce in a very long time. And I'm like, listen, for all of the money and all of the members have spent over the 25 years, that is the best you can do for a DVC shirt. Listen, if you have a DVC, if you are a DVC member and you've seen this blue DVC 25 shirt that they have out, please send me an email and tell me how much you like or dislike that shirt. I am really curious. I really don't think it's that great looking. I really don't. You can send that email to DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com because I am really, really super, super interested. And you know who you are, Gary. I really want to know.
Yeah, Gary, let's
and Matt. I'm really interested to see if anybody thinks that shirt is really sharp looking. I don't think it is.
Well,
that's just me. Maybe
Matt,
it's just me.
I'm kidding. I love you guys.
Be careful, they're both coming down here soon.
Awesome. That'd be great to see him.
Yeah, Gary's coming next month, I think, and Matt's in like 70 days or something.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Speaking of DVC, for many, many years, Disney Vacation Club has dangled the promise of free Fast Pass entitlements to guests willing to sacrifice vacation time for a timeshare marketing presentation. That offer is about to go digital. A new enhancement will soon debut on the My Disney Experience website, offering non-members three additional Fast Pass selections for touring the Disney Vacation Club model rooms.
You want me to give up 2 hours of my precious vacation in a park that I paid probably $110 to go see for 3 Fast Passes? Come on.
Yeah. The feature is slated to randomly appear on the My Disney Experience website, reportedly targeted at guests with confirmed reservations at Walt Disney World Deluxe and moderate accommodations. So you cheap bastards over there at the hit the music and all-star resorts and stuff, you are screwed. You are screwed. The 3 additional Fast Pass selections will be awarded upon completion of the tour. Oh, my God.
I would forget a deluxe, make this pop up, take the 3 Fast Pass, and then change my reservation to an all-star.
That's right. I'll show you guys. Tours are typically hosted at the Disney Vacation Club Preview Center, located at Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa. The tours last approximately 2.5 hours to 3 days, allowing guests to view model guest rooms and learn the inner workings of the Disney timeshare program. Free round-trip transportation, supervised childcare, and refreshments. Read a cookie, coffee and lemonade are provided. Okay.
They got ice cream. They got ice cream over there too.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I don't remember having. Well, maybe. Yep. They do have ice cream. I lied. I do remember ice cream. Walt Disney World guests who do not receive the digital invite can always speak to a representative at any of the Disney Vacation Club kiosks to inquire about a tour. But if you're staying at any of the art of, the animation or the value resorts, the complimentary Fast Pass offer is not exclusive to this My Disney Experience targeted program or promotion. Disney currently offers the complimentary Fast Passes to any non-members who have not previously toured the DVC facilities. So if I go tour the facilities again, does that mean that
you could?
I don't get the Fast Passes?
Correct.
Son of a gun.
Change your name.
I'm Don Jonahue.
Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of companies that do these things down here in Central Florida. You bring them down. I have a friend from New Jersey who came down here. I think it was Marriott, and their thing was way more than 2 hours and very high pressure. But they got round trip airfare. So if you're willing to give up a certain portion of your vacation, and it was the airfare, and I think they also got 3 nights in the Marriott Village as well. So if you're willing to, give up a certain portion of your trip for this pain, and then go have a vacation after, this bell has been rung, have at it. But I will tell you this: the DVC tour thing is very, very, very no pressure. When you say no, they're like, all right, fine. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Use your Fast Passes. There's some complimentary. Let me take you to the ice cream. We'll get you back to the resort. That's it. No means no. And they don't really, they may come back with, are you sure? Blah, blah, blah. And that's it. I walked away years and years ago when there was just up to the boardwalk. The boardwalk was the preview center, and there still is a little preview thing over there on the boardwalk. And I said, no. I said, the boardwalk isn't my thing. I don't really like it here. I don't like having to go outside for a cup of coffee and yada, yada, yada. And they said, okay. But I said, if you build something in the Contemporary, I'm in. I'll do that. And I did. But you've been there. You've gotten the no pressure experience.
Yeah, I'll get to that in just a second. So you didn't want to walk out downstairs and outside to go get a cup of coffee, but you're willing to walk to another resort on the other side of the planet to get a cup of coffee.
No, I have room service bring it. That's everything.
Fair enough. Yeah, the experience was actually really, really great. I geeked out. It was wonderful. They were selling Alani at the time. They had just started selling Alani. We loved being able to walk in. They have full scale mock-ups of several of the rooms there. Yeah. And they got us to the point where there was a moment that we looked at each other and we're like, we could swing this. I'm glad we didn't, because right after we did that, I think Sarah lost her job. So we'd have been in trouble.
Yeah. This was, if you are coming down to Walt Disney World, go to the preview center at Saratoga Springs. You can drive over there, or you can walk over there from Disney Springs. Either way, take the bus, and then you can just walk right over to the preview center. Or if you have a car, drive over there. And go take a look, because they do have the rooms from Alani, and then the latest one, which would be Grand Floridian. And they do have, I think, one room of the Poly Studio and a Poly Bungalow. So you can see what those rooms are like. And it's really interesting, to see what the different rooms look like. So I guess I'm going to have to, sit tight and wait a little bit and see what they do for the Wilderness Lodge cabin, because something's going to have to go bye-bye at the preview center.
Alani.
Maybe Alani, so that they can make room for this other preview. Maybe they just make the preview center bigger, for all I know.
I don't want to disagree with you. I'm not disagreeing with what Tony said, but I have a really, really jerky thing to do. If you book a time with them, transportation will pick you up and deliver you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they'll pick you up and deliver you anywhere you want to go on Disney property.
That's correct.
So if you want to go early in the morning and get the earliest time for the tour, and then have them take you to like Epcot, or you want to go to Epcot or some other park and then hang out, and then you want to go take the tour and then have them drop you off at your resort. I'm just saying, one less stinky bus trip.
Or take you, to a different park.
Right.
Park
Right.
tickets,
Right. It's not a big deal, and I'm certainly not saying that to game the system, but it's a fascinating experience, and plus the kids had a great time.
Sure.
And God, it's everything that you would want, man, because you hear that offer and they make it so enticing. But they're really good. We just said, look, we'd love to, but we can't. We're just not at the point. We kind of knew coming in. Yeah. They knew when we walked in that we weren't able to financially afford it. And that's where I learned a little bit about how Disney works on the back end of things with purchases and the data that Disney keeps on you.
Yep. So go try it out. I think you'll have fun. All right. One of my favorite places in the Magic Kingdom, which just drives me crazy that this place is never really open.
Stitch's Great Escape?
Is the Magic Kingdom's Diamond Horseshoe Restaurant. I don't know why they have to close it down. I don't know why they're calling this place seasonal. Just leave it open. There's not that many seats in there, and you'll fill it. I know you will. It's just not that hard to fill. And yes, I understand that, it takes people to operate it. It takes cooks and clean and maintenance and yada, yada, yada. But still, I think you'll fill up. But anyway, the Diamond Horseshoe was supposed to be closing at the end of May. It is now going to stay open through the 4th of July, which I think is a great deal. So this is a table service dining at the Magic Kingdom. It's really not table service; it's buffet. At the Diamond Horseshoe Restaurant will be continued to stay open through July 4th. The restaurant is normally only open seasonally, and that drives me batty. As a quick service location, but has been operating since March. Was scheduled to close in May, but will remain open. So the menu items include a frontier salad, which is greens, tomatoes, roasted corn, cornbread croutons, and a house-made chipotle ranch dressing. Cornbread for the table to share. The entree choices are barbecued pulled turkey served over cornbread. I've never heard of barbecued turkey. Pulled turkey. Interesting. Split roasted ham served with country beans or stewed beef and mashed potatoes. Each of these will include a side of seasonal vegetables. You also get a dessert of your choice, which could be an apple tart or a campfire brownie, which is a chocolate brownie on a graham cracker crust topped with toasted marshmallow. Soft drinks, tea, coffee, and milk are included with the meal. Adults will be $33, and kids are only $19 plus the tax. So that's it. I think that's a good thing. I always like when it's open because, I don't know, it gives me the old-timey, Magic Kingdom kind of vibe. Right. The one at Disneyland brings a tear to my eye because, well, I remember first seeing a show. Probably one of the only, it's probably before I ever saw Hoop-Dee-Doo. This was like a, precursor to Hoop-Dee-Doo. They had a show on the stage. It wasn't a precursor. Hoop-Dee-Doo's been there forever. But it was the show on the stage with, dinner, a little piano guy. There was some can girls. It all goes away, my friend. So just keep the memories up here. Keep them all up in your head. Hey, the last thing, John, do we want to do a little Civil War review? Kind of talk about the movie a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you geeked out a little bit more than I did. And I don't know if we should mention any of the special peoples.
Well, by the time most people listen to this, they've had a good chance to see the movie. And if you've watched a trailer, Spider-Man's in it.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't think there's any big hidden surprises. Even the guy at the front end, Crossbones, I think everybody knows that he was in the movie because they made such a big deal about having him in the movie. So what did you think?
I'll give you my totally geek Marvel review. I've watched all the Marvel movies today. Iron Man 1, 2, 3, Thor 1, 2, Civil War, this, that, the other thing. Deadpool, the yada yadas. I enjoyed it. I think my only complaint was maybe there are too many fighting battle scenes. I understand it's a movie called Civil War. There seemed to be less interaction of the characters and story and more fighting. That would be my only complaint. Otherwise, It was fun to see, Spider-Man. It's always fun to see Robert Downey do Tony Stark. I think he's got that nailed. He could probably do that character in his sleep.
Yeah, I agree.
I just recently heard and saw on the internet that Black Widow is going to get her own movie.
Finally.
It'd be nice to see Scarlett Johansson do a whole...
I think that it would be great because it's not... What would be good for her is to not have to carry the whole film. And in other movies, a la, Thor even had some cameos from some of the other Avengers. This is a Captain America movie, and you've got all the Avengers in it. So, not that Scarlett couldn't do it on her own, but I think it would be a good idea for her not to have the whole weight of the movie because she doesn't really have. And I love her. And Scarlett, if you're listening, I love you. But she has not done well carrying the weight of an entire movie on her shoulders. My opinion of the movie was...
what about the movie Her?
I have not seen that movie, if you can believe that. Where she's just talking the whole time? That's the one where she's talking? Oh, yeah. I mean, but that's not... But she didn't... Yeah, but Joaquin Phoenix carried that movie. She was just the hot voice, in my head. She's Siri. My opinion of the movie was... drastically different from the comic book. I'm currently reading through the entire Civil War comic book. Drastically different in the sense that the reasons why they did what they did, the reason for the separation of the team is a little bit different. The characters are pretty much the same. The thing about the movies, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is so small right now compared to the incredible opus that is all of the characters from the comic book. So it's very difficult for the magnitude of change from the comic books to translate. But the story I thought was good. And you're right. There were a lot of action scenes. I thought it was at times it was almost too much. There was so much going on. But in the times that they did do character development, I thought they were good. I think the 10 or 15 minutes that Spider-Man is actually in the movie are better than all of the Spider-Man movies put together. It just fit so well. And the characters playing him just did such a great job. And then bouncing off with Tony were just... So
is that going to be the new Spider-Man?
Yeah, he's it.
For Marvel or for the Sony?
Sony Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's dead?
Yeah. Yeah, they worked a deal out where Marvel now has control over the Spider-Man storylines, and so the word out is that they're going to have a 3 movie arc of Spider-Man, and the first one's called Homecoming, and the actor is young enough to where he's going to be playing Spider-Man in freshman, junior, and senior. The 3 years of high school or sophomore, junior, and senior, whatever. So he's going to have a full arc while he's in high school, which, as every Spider-Man fan knows, is the best time for Peter Parker's when he's in high school. Well, not best time for him, but best time for us as the fans. There were some notable absences. There are certain Avengers that were notably absent, and they talked about that. There were some supporting characters that were talked about. But I think overall, the movie is just super solid. I don't think it's going to beat Deadpool. I don't think it's going to beat Star Wars, but it's on track to do pretty well. I mean, it's a great movie. I will say that I think it's better than Ultron. I think it's better than the last Avengers movie. I think Joss Whedon just kind of had too much on his plate from all the voices in his head from Marvel and Disney and the Russo brothers who did this movie, Civil War and Winter Soldier. Are also signed on to do the Infinity Wars movies, the next 2 Avengers movies. And I think they're going to nail it. I'm very excited. So 2 big thumbs up for John. I thought the movie was exceptional.
Yeah, and if you're not as geeky and you still like good Marvel movies, I would say it's a 2 thumbs up for me. I would go see it. Obviously, neither one of us were paid to see. We were invited guests by Disney and Marvel to see the movie. So our opinion is free, and so is the movie.
Yeah. Hey, what did you think about the Black Panther?
That was good.
He's going to have his own movie.
I've heard that.
I think it's going to be great.
I don't know enough about that character to make a judgment. I don't know his backstory and how he's come to the Marvel universe. The other guys, either I know it from the movies or, previously, had some knowledge, going in. But yeah, it was good. It's good. There's a lot of crazy things going on with Disney and their movies. This movie, I think, put them over the $1 trillion mark or something this weekend. They've made more money so far this year than they did the entire last year, and they're only in May.
Yeah, not shocking.
They still have Dory to come out. They have tons more movies coming out this slate.
Another Star Wars movie's coming out
in November, right?
Right. December.
Yeah. So, all right, kids. I think that's it. I think we have a good show for you here. And as we'd like to say around here, actually, before we say that, make sure if you can go stop by the Disney Parks Podcast .com, and you can find all information about our show and links and things to Magic Your Bands and Magic Strollers and Owner's Locker and all those kind of things. Go visit our friends over there. If you can, go hit us up on Facebook /Disney Parks Podcast and at Twitter at Disney Podcaster. And as we say around here, we'll see you in the parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.
Like a boat out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. One you wish upon a star.